Hello, and welcome to the beginning of your webinar. One of the reasons why I wanted to go over this at this point is this online class. I do give you feedback asynchronously, but we don't get to meet a lot synchronously. So I just kind of wanted to explain and discuss the reasons why I gave each assignment. And one of the things that I like to explain up front is that my students, first of all, the requirement to apply to this program is to have either a GED or a high school diploma. And so I do get students that have just that. And I also get students who have some college, a 2-year degree, a 4-year degree. And right now, this is truly unusual. This doesn't happen a lot. But right now, I have 2 MDs that are in the program. And sometimes MDs take this program, or people who are primary care providers, just so they can learn more about sleep and EEG, especially if they intend on leading a sleep lab. But because I do have students with all different types of background in writing, technical skills, computer skills, I created this class because I want to get everyone on the same page as best as I can. So in Module 1, you saw that I gave you the introduction flyer. That is something, in the introduction discussion, that is something that I like to do just because in going into an interview, it is good to practice introducing yourself and talking about your skills and your finer points. I also talk about organizing your week and study schedule. And one of the reasons why I talk about this is all of us are adult students at this point. And what that means is we have to go to work, we have to go to school, we have to make sure all of our bills get paid. Some people have children they're taking care of, some people have parents they're taking care of, or have some type of support system where they have to chip in general. So what adult students often do is plan time for work, plan time for school, and plan time for other activities, and then the study time really is what misses out, and that was one of the primary reasons why some of my students struggled in the past. So I definitely wanted to give that assignment where you break down your week and you see how much time that you have to study. So what they recommend for a full-time program is that students put in 20 hours of extra time to study outside of class time. So that's why I gave that assignment, and I wanted you to think about it. Also, let's see, in Module 2, I introduced you to Storybird. I really love Storybird. What I learned So in 2019, I got my master's in education and online instruction and design. And what it taught me in that program was that students have a tendency to learn and retain information better when they are given a project where they can be creative. Because when you're creative, you take ownership of your knowledge and learning, and it reinforces the learning better. So I really enjoyed Storybird. That was a lot of fun for me. I learned about that writing tool for the first time when I was getting my master's degree, and probably like one of the first introductory classes in 2017. And the Storybird is used for K through 12, but also for adult learners, just because it seems like everyone has a fun time working on it. I give information and assignments on customer service, both receiving good customer service and when you gave good customer service. Because thinking about this, you need to understand that it's a two-way street. And as you have seen in both, television shows and even in person, when you go to a hospital now, hospitals are looking a lot more attractive. They are not the institutional buildings that they used to be. A lot of them will have a beautiful foyer to walk into, a waterfall, a water feature, something to that effect. And one of the reasons for that is because healthcare at this point is a service industry. And because we all get to pick what hospital we go to, or for the most part get to pick what doctor we want to go to, we want to belong to a practice where people are given very high quality healthcare as you being the customer industry. So in Module 3, I gave you the library assignment, and I wanted to say that either all of you did a really, really great job of following directions, and or you may have had some experience writing in the past. So just about everyone did phenomenally. Most of you have the basic skills down, maybe just need to sharpen a little bit more of APA style and in-text citations. So Module 4, we talked about our resume assignments where I gave individual feedback to everyone. And Module 5, you did your storyboard, and I requested that you gave at least 10 slides on discussing what brought you into healthcare. And what I did is I compared this assignment to the assignment that you were given in your application, where I asked you to do the same thing, but you were just given a blank page to write on. And that, in comparison with Storyboard, is the point that I'm trying to get across is when you have a technology infused assignment and you're allowed to use your own creativity using visual and text and ideas, that it reinforces your knowledge better. And so I love to give technology infused assignments, and you'll see a lot of that moving forward. And that brings us to Module 6. This is the reason why we're here today. So if you click on the content review, this is broken down into 8 steps total. So step 1 is a quick survey. It's on SurveyMonkey, and it's anonymous. It'll take you maybe like 3 to 4 minutes to do. I just want to get a feel for how much you knew about professional writing and journal articles before coming into this class. The second thing that I wanted to show you is the writing sample as compared to Storyboard, the actual data. And then I gave you a few web videos that are about 3 or 4 minutes long, but really, really, really good on improving your writing and how you can do that using APA style and in-text citations. So point 3 is creating your own Google Workspace. And I'm going to show you this very quickly. Let's see. If you knew this already, then fine, great, you're ahead of the game. If you did not know this, I'm just going to show you very quickly by using, here we go, pull this over here, using this Google app pull down. You can have all of these things at your disposal. I recommend that you get a Gmail account because you don't get all of these things to utilize until you have a Gmail account. So click on the Google Drive. Google Drive has a lot of space. I have some photography and pictures that I have on here, which take up a lot of space. I also wanted to show you that you can use Google Docs, which is synonymous with Microsoft Word, Google Sheets, which is like Microsoft Excel, and Google Slide, which is like PowerPoint. Also, there are a lot more things, like for instance, when I originally was learning how to create websites, I created a website for this class. Let's see, where are we? Okay, there is site. And then where are we? Here's an orientation that I've done. Okay, here we go. Essential skills for the healthcare provider. This is actually a website, and this was originally when I was coming up with the idea for essential skills for the healthcare provider. I have modules 1, 2, and 3, and this is all on a web page. So there is a lot of space on this drive, and essentially what I'm trying to get across, the point that I'm trying to get across, is that through this drive, you don't have to carry a jump drive anymore. You can, or you don't have to email stuff to yourself anymore. You can work on this here, and you can also give other people permission to work on your documents, and you will be doing that when you have group projects. So, here we go with content. And we are now on Module 6. Here we go. So what I want you to do is create your own Google workspace, and I have instructions on how to do this, etc., and some more information. So if you already have that set up, then great, congratulations. Also, I wanted you to do a Google Hangout or a Zoom, but we've all done Zoom at this point. When I created this class, it was before the pandemic, so when I would have a classroom Zoom, we would have all kinds of those problems that we're having now with Zoom, people logging in and not clicking mute. But now that everyone's familiar with that, that's not necessarily necessary, but that is something that you and I will do individually at the end of Module 1, because I always like to have one-on-one meetings with my students to see how things went for them in particular. So the same project that you did for your journal article in Module 3, I'm going to ask you to do this again, but as a group. And the groups were already assigned in the announcements. And so what I'm going to ask you to do in your Google Drive is go to New and select a Google Doc. And this will be a document that you will work on with your group. And you can click on Share, and you have to name the document. And then once you name the document, you can get a link and share the link, or you can add people. I recommend that you click copy link and share link. And once you do that, you can share your Google link with your group mates. Everyone will see it, but you can say, hey, for this person and this person, here is our group doc. And if you are in a group that already had this meeting on Thursday, they may have already shared a Google link for your group to work on. We really only need one doc per group, and that way you all can work on it. But what I would like for you to do is for you all to pick a topic and sleep, have at least 3 journal articles, and I want you guys to get the experience of working on a group project together in Google Docs, because you will be doing that in the future, and I want to make sure you have the skill before you work on. Between now and next Sunday, you will be working on this. This project is due on the 29th. The group project's due on the 29th, and after you complete the group project, you can do your reflection assignment. It's a very quick, informal assignment. What I want to know is I want to hear how did this webcast go? What did you learn? What do you feel worked well? What didn't work well? What skills will be helpful to you as you continue on through the program? Then I have a closing questionnaire, which is also anonymous. I'm just asking you to tell me what you learned, what was new for you. And then this is the last discussion topic that has your special skills and talents. So this is really all that is in the writing webcast, but I wanted you to have the experience of not only in creating a library assignment on your own where you use professional journal articles and use in-text citations to support your assertions in the paper that you turn in. I also wanted you to have this opportunity with your classmates so you can also create a document like this, and all of you can collaborate. And what I'm looking for is for the outcome to be even better, because you all get to share your knowledge and you all don't have to do the project on your own. You can collaborate with your colleagues. So if you do have any questions, you can email me. I just wanted to review this and kind of talk to you guys. I think there were only a couple of you that could not make it. So this particular video is for the folks that couldn't make it. And once again, like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. And I will be talking to you soon and taking a look at your group project. Take care.